Hey guys, about to do a Magic Origins draft, the first Magic Origins draft. The winner of the drawing was Degenerator, and he will be receiving any prizes I get in this draft, as well as the cards that I draft. Wow, that was really fast. If you didn't get a chance to see this drawing, I'll be doing one every time a new set comes out, so keep that in mind. Okay, Sigil of the Empty Throne is a good card, but we don't really want to take it first pick. You really have to already be like in the archetype to make it work, and we don't want to force that enchantment archetype. Gear Crafter or Jesse and Thief are probably the better cards in this pack. Clash of Wheels is good too. Crow and Sergeant is good too. But I think I'm gonna go. Well, I don't know. I think it's kind of a toss-up between these two cards. They're both very good. They are both very good. I think I'm going to go with the Jesse and Thief. It is an uncommon. I mean, I guess that is relevant to some degree. I mean, if I end up in that archetype and I'm like, man, I wish I had a Jesse and Thief after starting in red, it would kind of suck. So, yeah, we'll go with the Thief. Okay, Ravaging Blaze is probably what I'm going to take here. Let me look around a little more. Ooh, 2 Crow and Jailers. Well, Swift Reckoning is actually really good too. Man, and I do really want to draft the blue-white archetype. I do like it. If I can get a few Thunderclap Wyverns, I'd be really happy to make a fun deck. Swift Reckoning is very good, though, and so is Ravaging Blaze, but I think Swift Reckoning might be even better. In blue, we've just got Watercourser that's playable. Dreadwaters isn't playable at all. Rock Maulers and Reeve Soul, Eye Blight Massacre, Ravaging Blaze, and Swift Reckoning are all good. I think I'm going to take the Reckoning. The Blaze is good. It's like a good finisher, but the nice thing about Reckoning is it's like, good at any point of the game. Ravaging Blaze can be too, but it's best, late game. So we're going to take Swift Reckoning here. Okay, Bloodcurse Knight is interesting. What else we got? And there's a Lightning Javelin too, though, which is nice. Zendikar Royal's good, Charging Griffin's good. I mean, all 4 of these are playable. Lightning Javelin, Scraption, most of the cards in here are playable that aren't Vine Snare. I don't think Heavy Infantry is especially playable. The new foils look cool, though. Yeah, it's a hard choice here. I mean, Charging Griffin's fine, but I don't want to be third picking it. Like, Lightning Javelin and Bloodcurse Knight are probably the best cards in this pack. And Bloodcurse Knight does commit you to an archetype to a certain degree. I mean, changes the value of enchantments and stuff like that, but I think Lightning Javelin's just really good. So we may end up red-white, I guess. It's hard to tell at this point. Okay, Blessed Spirits is a very good card. Disperse is good too, but I think I want the Spirits, and we'll be taking that. Auramancer. In red, we've got Fire Fiend Elemental, who's fine. Auramancer. I mean, if we've got Blessed Spirits, we may end up with enchantments, but that deck doesn't actually need enchantments to be good. The Fire Fiend Elemental is pretty good. So we may end up just going red-white. The Jesse and Thief is nice, but yeah, I think I go with the Fire Fiend Elemental here. Zendikar's Royal, Somberwald Alpha are both good. They're good green cards in this pack, so green might be open, but there's also 2 good red cards in this pack, so let's see what happens there. Well, this is the best card in this pack, and that's pretty sad to say. It's a pretty bad pack at this point. So yeah, we'll just take a nice 2-drop. Titan Strength is fine. Combat Trick, wise. Kythian's Tactics is also good. Not good, but playable. It's also not the greatest pack ever. Yoke Dox is fine, but I'll take Titan's Strength. Maybe we end up with some of the prowess guys. Yeah, this is a good combat trick. Animist Awakening is still around, but it's not very good and limited, I don't think. And I don't like Call of the Full Moon. Like, the turn you play it, you can only play 1 spell. I mean, I guess it's not awful. You can think of it as a 2-mana +3/+2 trample buff for a turn. It's just, I think it's too weak and opens you up to too many 2-for-1s. Very Miscreant, Revenant. I mean, if in the event we end up in blue, I guess Maritime Guard's fine. Both those guys made it back. What a surprise. Orchid Spirit's pretty nice too. I mean, I don't think I want 2 Titan Strengths. I think one's enough. Yeah, we've got some good removal so far and some good aggressive creatures. This archetype likes combat tricks too. So depending on what we see, though, I mean, red is definitely weaker than our white is at this point, I think. So we could move out of it. Zendikar's Royal's still around, which is kind of nuts, I think. I think that can be really strong. So we'll see. Maybe we do end up there. I guess we'll take a Jailer. Could make our deck if we're desperate, but I would really not. I really don't want to play him. You can see they're pretty late for a reason. So I would play him, though, if I really was short on playables. I'd have to be real short, though. I don't know. I mean, green's not bad. I think Zendikar's Royal and Orchid Spirit are both fine. So green-red could be a thing. I mean, green-white. I don't know. I'm going to put him in there for now. I think it's more likely than blue. This pack has kind of been all over the place for us. Nivix Barrier's all right. I think it gets cut more often than it doesn't get cut, but I can see playing it in some decks. We'll just put the green over here. Yeah, Demolish. I guess it's a really mediocre sideboard card, but it's a sideboard card nonetheless. It's better than nothing, but I don't know. Red, I could either get out of red or green, depending on what we see here. And we got a Llanowar Waste, so nothing too exciting. We see a Gear Crafter, who's a really good red card. This is a good black card. This is good, and Sigiled Starfish is good. But I think I'm just going to take the Gear Crafter. Yeah, we're going to take the Gear Crafter. There's no like premium removal in this pack or anything, and so I think we want the Gear Crafter, who's a very good, he's like Sandstep Outcast, basically. Not quite as flexible as the Outcast in a different color, but, he's fine. He's more than fine. He's good. I mean, he's first pickable, same way Sandstep Outcast was. Kind of going to put this over here for now. It's looking like we'll be red-white. Although now we see a Great Blade Marauder, who's pretty good, but there's also Fiery Impulse, and I'm pretty happy to take that. Also, some more good green cards around, but I'll take the Impulse. I think that's what we want to take here. Yeah, Impulse it is. Hopefully, we don't have to play that Akroan Jailer. Kind of short on creatures so far. We definitely want to find a few more. We have nice removal. And Fiery Impulse, Swift Reckoning, and Lightning Javelin. They're all good. I mean, Lightning Javelin's sort of a step below these two, but it's still very good. Even without Spell Mastery, Swift Reckoning's good because it can hit anything. It's better than that Celestial Flare, which can only hit attacking creatures and things like that, or blocking. This can only hit tapped, but at least your opponent doesn't get to make the choice the same way Celestial Flare lets them. Ooh, gosh. These Fleshbag Marauders really good. This will be good if we keep getting ways to go wide in our deck, though, and I think that's just what we're going to take here. But the Marauder, the Deadbridge Shaman, the Fetid Imp, the Elvish Visionary, and the Jiraga Invocation are all really good. I mean, there is a bit of a question, I guess, whether I should just abandon. I guess it would be white, maybe, that I abandon. But I don't think I do. I think I just take this for now. Dragon Fodder will be good with some of our go wide bonuses from like our Amperin Tactician. So I think that's what we take here. Back on the whole isn't super exciting. Scrap Skin Drake, Dragon Fodder, and the Cleric are probably the best cards in it most of the time. I mean, if you have a certain deck, the Sylvan Messenger can be crazy good, but you got to really get a lot of elves for that to happen. Totem Guide, Heartbeast. We don't have any auras yet, and it's maybe a little risky to take it. But it is, I mean, it's a good blocker, and it can fetch us our suppression bonds and Knightly Valor if we get that, things like that. We also have a Majoring Bully and a Subterranean Scout. But I think we want to take the Totem Guide Heartbeast here. The Subterranean Scout can be good, but we'll take the Heartbeast. Gosh, Claustrophobia is still around. That's crazy. It really shouldn't be. It's really good. Murder Investigation I don't like. I think I'm going to take Claustrophobia. I don't think I can shove it into my deck, but it's just so good that it's kind of crazy that it's still around. Volcanic Rambler is okay. Yeah, it's either Volcanic Rambler. I think I'll take the Rambler over the Titan's Strength. Kithian's Tactics could be good if we keep getting ways to go wide and stuff like that. But we need to get them. We don't have them yet. Zendikar Incarnate is good, and so is the Shaman in the right deck. So if nobody's in those decks, it seems like. So maybe I could take that as a hint to move into red-green. What would I do if I move into red-green? I think this is what I'm going to take. I don't know. I don't know if I can, though. I mean, it's what I'm going to take. It may find a way. We may find a way to splash it at least. It just seems like it's going to be hard to fit in. We'll take the. I mean, the playable green card right there, but it's a good sideboard card for white. This draft has had some weird signals, that's for sure. I'll take the sideboard card for white. Reclusive Artificer. This is an okay sideboard card. Knight of the Masses. Yeah, I'll just take Magmatic Insight. Might make our deck. Take Healing Hands, but I probably won't play it. And I'll take Ram Roller, but we probably won't play it. Unless we somehow end up with a bunch more artifact generation stuff. Yeah, if I could splash green for Zendikar Incarnate, I think I'd be pretty happy. We don't have any auras yet for Totem Guide Heartbeast, so prioritizing those, like especially even if it's just like Suppression Bonds or Knightly Valor or Grasp of the Hieromancer, things like that are all pretty good. I think. What do we open here? All right, well that's definitely going to help us. I would love to take that, but this guy's a bomb, a huge bomb. He can really shut down our opponent. I mean, Suppression Bonds is in this pack too, so it is pretty rough. I mean, our Heartbeast may not make the deck if we don't pick up a Suppression Bonds or two. Also, Celestial Flare, like this pack's really good for us. I'd be happy if this Elemental wield or this Celestial Flare wield. I think those are the two most likely to wield. If no one else is in these two exact colors, then Roas' Champion will come back to us. So I think this is the first rare we've taken. So that will go towards Degenerator in the since he won the draw. Man, there's a Thunderclap Wyvern. Should have gone blue-white, I guess. We do have that Claustrophobia. This might not make our deck anymore either unless we pick up some fixing, but fixing's not super prevalent in this format. It's either Stalwart Aven, Celestial Flare, Fiery Impulse, and I think it's Fiery Impulse. I do think that it's Fiery Impulse. The removal's good. It's less likely we see more of those than it is we see more of these like filler creatures who are plenty good but not incredible. Another Fiery Impulse. See, maybe I should be careful what I say. I don't know that I want 3 Fiery Impulses. I think I take the 3-drop here. Also a 1-drop, that's okay, but it's not. He's not amazing. Fiery Impulse, Grasp of the Hieromancer is okay, but I think we take this Knight. Oh, Goblin Pile Driver, huh? Well, that's going to be worth something. We do have a Dragon Fodder, but that's the only Goblin thing we have right now. I am drafting a deck. I mean, everything I draft goes towards the person who won the drawing, which was the Generator. Pricklebore would be nice, but I mean, I'm not giving up a lot in this pack, so I think I'll take the Pile Driver. He's fine. He's not incredible, but by any means. Chandra's Fury is okay. I don't know if I'll mainboard it or not. A couple more Dragon Fodders would make our Pile Driver pretty potent, I think. Or Boggart Brutes. Even Goblin Glory Chaser is going to be worth a lot more to us now with Goblin Pile Driver. What other goblins are there in this set? There are a few. But this will be nice for Degenerator, who won the draw. I think it'll at least be worth a few tickets. Because goblins have already made an appearance in Standard since Pile Driver was reprinted. So I think he'll probably be worth something, even though he's a reprint. Out of all the cards I've drafted, he's probably the most playable and constructed. So we do definitely want more creatures, I can tell you that. Let's see what we get here. We don't have any auras to really make our Blessed Spirit better, and I don't think our Totem Guide Heartbeast makes our deck either, unless we pick up at least one aura. And 2 is even better, obviously. It's taking a while on this last card. Yeah, the Rambler's fine, but I'd be happy to not play him too. And there's a 2-drop. Heavy Infantry. That's still around, which is kind of surprising. As a Separatist Void Mage, yeah. Signals have been hard to read in this, though. I mean, those are both... And Freeka's Disciple's good. Like, there's 3 really good playable cards for blue and green, but we'll just take the Majoring Bully. Another 2-drop. Here, I think we probably take Cobble Brute, just to have a big dude around. Shrouding Mist, we've already got 1. I don't think we really want more than 1. Yeah, Scab Goliath's still around, too. Husk's still around, Timber Peckle's still around. Hard to read. I mean, it's early in the format, so... Yeah, Mighty Leap is an okay trick that I'll probably play. We may end up having to play a Crowan Jailer in this thing. Well, that Fire Fiend Elemental and that Celestial Flare made it back to us. I think we need creatures more than we need removal. So I think I'm going to take the Fire Fiend Elemental. Yeah, we'll take the Elemental. I think he's pretty great. You know, he's easy to get renown on because of his haste. So, and another 3-drop I'm happy to take. Our curve's looking a little better thanks to these last few picks. But yeah, Totem Guide Heartbeast is going to make our deck. I'm just going to take a rare here since this draft is going towards someone else, like they're getting all the cards. So, and it's, you know, there's nothing else playable in this pack anyway. So Degenerator gets another rare. In addition to our Pile Driver and Kythian's Tactics. I think I'll just leave Pile Driver in. I mean, it is a 2-mana 1/2, which isn't terrible. It's not great, but it also has protection from blue, which is irrelevant. I'd probably just mainboard him, even with only one other Goblin. Yeah, there's Murder Investigation, which I really don't like, but hey, it's foil. And I'll take a Hitchclaw Recluse, because it's the best of those 2 cards. I think he's actually really playable in this format. And an Aether Grid, not that it does us any good, because we're not an artifact deck at all. So I think this is basically our deck. I may make a few changes. Should have maybe prioritized Evolving Wilds and stuff like that for our Zendikar Incarnate, but I didn't. so we're not going to be able to play him. That was a weird draft. There were weird signals. That's usually how it is early in formats. I think Chandra's Fury's fine main board. There are a lot of 1-toughness creatures in this format. It's not incredible, but it's all right, you know. So, and you can use it like in conjunction with an attack to really take down some of your opponent's creatures. Ram Roller, I don't think is good enough. We only got 1 Gear Crafter. Yeah, Kythian's Regulars, Apron Tactician. Yeah, I think this is pretty much our deck. I mean, Totem Guide Heartbeast is very good, but we never picked up a good aura. We picked up Murder Investigation. In terms of removal, we ended up with 2 Fiery Impulses, Swift Reckoning, Lightning Javelin, and Chandra's Fury, which is fine. Suppression Bonds would have been good and would have made our Heartbeast much more attractive, but we didn't get it. Yeah, we don't want their demolishes or a gear per gear crafter, and I don't think Heart Beast is better than anything we have in our deck given the situation. This guy's just that sideboard enchantment destroyer, right? Yeah. I mean, a Crone Jailer's alright, I guess. I mean, he's really borderline playable, but I don't think there's anything in here that's worse than he is. We basically have 14 creatures because of Dragon Fodder, and kind of 15 gear per gear crafter plus the fodders, even 16. So I think we're good on creatures, and I think our deck looks good. Our biggest bomb is definitely Kythian's Irregulars, but I bet these Fire Fiend Elementals are going to do a lot of work. The Blessed Spirits will be all right. Not nearly as, we took them early. Usually in white you do end up with at least one aura or enchantment, but we just didn't. Actually, this I may not want to play now that I'm looking at it. Magmatic Insight is okay, but it's kind of clunky. So maybe I take that out and run on a Crone Jailer. I really don't want to. I think Magmatic Insight's... we don't have... Do we have any prowess? Yeah, we have Mage Ring Bully. Yeah, we'll hold on to it. I mean, it's an okay thing to have. If you draw it early, you can use it to cycle into some more cards, and if you draw it late, I'm going to be holding lands late because I know it's in my deck now. So let's see. Sort or combine groups. Sort by converted mana cost. Yep, it's a pretty good curve. I wish our pile driver was going to be better, but, maybe it'll happen once during this draft that there'll be another goblin in play for him. So, yeah, so we'll add basic lands. I forgot to do sort by color. That's what we want. Definitely more red than white, but we do have 2 double whites and no double reds. So, and this thing's activated ability is double white, and it's a pretty important activated ability. So I think we're going to go just half and half. Oh, we can't. Oh, yeah, we can. No, we can't. We don't want that many lands. So I think 9/8's probably okay. Yeah, and that'll be our deck. So all these cards will be what Degenerator will be winning because he won the draw, and if you didn't win the draw this time or didn't get to enter the drawing in time this time, I'll be doing another one when Battle for Zendikar comes out exactly the same way. Like my first draft video, I will give out all the cards I draft, as well as my prizes, to whoever wins the drawing. So, yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in round 1.